Periodically, as you know, I like to revisit some key principles that Maharishi has brought out, stories and things like that I find have shed light on my life, and share them with you. And this was a discussion. It was actually an interview that he had with a reporter way back when, in 2005. There was a reporter from the Associated Press had come to his university in Holland and was interviewing him. At the very end of the interview, the reporter said to Maharishi, what do you think is the single most important quality that a person could have, needs to have, should have to live a healthy, happy, satisfying life? And I thought he's going to say love or kindness or happiness or intelligence. And Maharishi said discernment. Discernment. And the reporter said, what do you mean? Maharishi said, it's the choices we make, small and large choices we make every single day that determine how healthy we are, who we end up with, what we end up doing, where we go for vacation, what we choose to eat for dinner, how we choose to respond if we're feeling stressed and anxious in the middle of the day. It's that ability to make a clear-headed decision. And he said, that's what transcending does in Transcendental Meditation. If you use that analogy of the ocean, choppy waves on the surface, but then silent at its depth, and use that analogy a ton of times, you've heard it. Surface of the mind is that choppy, noisy, turbulent, gotta. But then the hypothesis is, the notion is that deep within every human being is a level where the mind is completely still, unbounded, not tense and tight and like little fractured waves, but just settled and unbounded deep within. And he said, when we access that level of the mind, it's a field of great stability, clarity, silence. And after experiencing that, and the associated changes in brainwave function, and associated changes in sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system, after we're done meditating, we bring those values with us into our daily life. And then spontaneously, naturally, effortlessly, when we think, we're thinking from a level of greater depth, of greater stability, again, clarity, insight, less affected by the winds of change. There's a term called locus of control, which is where you find your strength. An internal locus of control is a person who says, I'm going to fix things. I'm responsible for my destiny. I'm going to make things better. And a person who has an external locus of control says, this is not my fault. It's the fates. It's everybody's conspiring against me. It's not rigid. There's a spectrum there because some things are beyond our control. But that internal locus of control, that access, that quiet, deep rootedness, and that field allows the mind to think very clearly when we're under a lot of pressure, when there's a lot of challenges and demands and chaos around us. The description they use in one of the ancient meditation texts is like a candle flame in a windless place. So just quiet, steady, unaffected. Like if I have to make a big decision and everything's weighing on me and I'm upset about that and I'm upset about that, and then that person's pressuring me and that person's upset and that person's really excited, then I'm external. I'm outside. But that ability to think calmly from a clear, settled state, which, by the way, only happens when our brain and nervous system and autonomic nervous system can support that. That, he said, that, like a candle flame in a windless place, then we can make the right decisions. And those decisions, that discernment, that ability to know intuitively and rationally what's best, that is the key, he said, to a happy, healthy, successful life. So when we talk about the benefits of meditation, and I like to talk about it a lot, there's that idea of a window of tolerance where we're more flexible, internal locus of attention. where we have that internal locus of control. But really, it comes down to that ability to think clearly, compassionately, in a settled way, not reactively. And that's what happens when we meditate as a result of meditation. Not in meditation. It can be turbulent sometimes in meditation. Afterwards, no matter what happens in meditation, we'll feel better afterwards. I have a wonderful, simple little quote from Henry David Thoreau that I will read twice. It's relevant from what we've learned from science about the earth. He says, "Heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads." Heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads. All right. Have a great day, and we'll connect again real soon.